God.
Just sweating.
Oh, I was sweating so hard. And that's the thing is it's like kids read fear, yo. Like you can't hide.
Like, what is she doing here?
Oh, and then of course, the looper is just so temperamental too.
It can tell too. I feel like machines can smell fear too.
Machines can smell fear.
They
and
try to
especially
embarrass you in front of your friends.
Like especially in like a PA that hasn't been checked on in a long time. And then like it started like it just was coming out like really crunchy sounding. And then this one kid's like, my ears hurt. I was like, no. But it's funny. It's kind of like, you know how there's like that improv rule is like you can't say no. You have to be like, oh, that's interesting. Moving on.
My ears hurt too.
Yeah.
We're gonna get through this together, everybody.
I know, and I was like, all the kids, like, some of the things that I went to were like 8 a.m, like first thing, and
just ready to have fun.
And the kids just don't even look like they're awake yet, and you have to decide in the moment when you're looking at all of them, like, okay, what's my approach here? Like, am I gonna be like, hello class, welcome, or am I gonna be like, yo, I know y'all are tired.
You're gonna try to be cool.
Yeah, and that's a bit, I don't know, but
hey, I'm cool.
Oh my god!
You walk up and be like, "Hey, I'm cool." They're like,
so
"What?
Hard. No, you're not.
You're not cool."
I know. I had like.
Are you on YouTube or not?
That was like one of the first questions I got was like, I had.
Are you a YouTuber?
No.
How many followers do you have?
She was like, "Are you famous or what?" I was like, "Damn." I was like, no.
I aspire. I'm on my way.
Like, what do you even say to that? And
no,
I was
you
like,
say no.
No, but you could help me. Jeez, like, I don't know.
Why you say it like that?
I don't know. Like, I was like, are you? I don't know.
You get really defensive. Are you famous? Huh? I'm probably more famous than you are.
No.
You probably don't have a record coming out at all. You going from high school to high school.
No. It was also, I mean, all that and like all the stress aside, it was like also just really cool.
Of course,
and
because they were probably so excited after you started playing. They were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, well, it's funny because it's like, kids are just so blunt, and whereas like an adult would probably go like, "Oh, great job," they'd be like, "What's that?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What is this?" And it was awesome, and it also kind of made me go, "What am I doing?
What am I doing here?"
Yeah, I need to be able to talk about this. And,
right.
And
because that's not really a trick question. It's just like a question you would never expect an adult to say to you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what are you doing up there?
You know what? They're right.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Why is it so loud?
Yeah. Why is it loud? Why is this important? You're right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
He's like, you know what? It is early. My bad.
Yeah.
I couldn't affect that part.
But it was really sweet. And then, I mean, kind of like anything, like any show or whatever, like some people aren't going to get it, and that's fine. But then the ones that it really, like, that they really cared, it was super sweet, and it was special.
Did you play some of the newer stuff? Were you kind of just getting yourself ready to, like, really get that going?
Yeah, I was playing a lot of the stuff off the new record. Actually, entirely the new stuff off the new record, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Are you playing guitar?
On the record or just when I play live?
In your solo set.
I play guitar some.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. Like I've been trying to balance like using the sampler, using the looper, and then using guitar. I tried to do a beat pad thing too, but I was like, I'm not an octopus.
That's a little bit much, yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the least important part. If you're there by yourself, people don't really expect a whole bunch of sound to be coming out.
Yeah, I guess I get a little ambitious and like I want to recreate as much as I can, but then I've heard a couple of times like, look, nobody's expecting you to pull out a damn drum kit and like,
no, no, they don't. Yeah, it's like they're like worried. They're usually like, oh, why is she trying to do so much stuff? We just want to hear her voice.
I don't know.
Yeah,
and that's the other thing too. Is like I do have to be careful because once you start doing a bunch of stuff, it's easy for me to like forget, like, oh yeah, I'm a singer and I better fucking sing this right.
Yeah, you're the singer.
Yeah, I gotta do a good job, and it's like,
but you're like, but my loop pedal.
Yeah, you're like worried about the feedback in the loop, and then you're worried about the sampler and the gate or the, whatever.
Yeah.
Then you're not paying attention to how you're singing, and then
Gear.
it's like, no.
Mm-hmm. Gear talk. Machines definitely will humble you also. It's just like,
Yes.
oh, it looks like I don't know what I'm doing at all. This thing is not doing anything it's supposed to be doing. And I can't stop it. I guess I'll unplug it or or whatever it is.
Or just make a new song.
Yeah, just start over. So that's cool. So you have any other touring stuff coming up in the next 2020 to go along with the release of the record?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All over the place?
I'm going to London.
Nice.
And then I think they also just added some other, like, Europe dates, too. So I'm supposed to go to Dublin. I'm supposed to go to Barcelona.
Nice.
I'm supposed to go, I think, to Brighton.
Mm-hmm. Is he going to do these solo? You haven't figured out what you want to do yet?
I don't know where we're going.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Got to figure it out. See what it's going to look like.
I think it'd either be me by myself or one other person. I
Right.
don't think we could do the whole band thing right now.
No. On your first go-round? No.
Yeah, it's just really expensive.
It's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like 4 times as expensive.
Yeah.
And plus all the paperwork and all that. That's like a whole nother ball game.
Yeah. Never. Yeah. Sad emoji.
Uh-huh.
But it's okay. One day.
Yeah. I mean, of course. Yeah. I mean, of course. It won't be.
I heard you gotta
it will
rent
be clearly.
stuff too. You gotta rent a bunch of your gear and stuff.
Sometimes it just depends on like what you're doing and like where you're going. Some place, lots and lots and lots of places in Europe have backline altogether. Like we were traveling with the brass band and we were just traveling with our stuff. We didn't have to carry our bass amp or, a drum set or anything like that. Just lance out because they all have that. You know what I mean? So, but some places, if you don't want to rely on it, is the problem.
Sure.
You might show up and be like trash ass drum set and you just SOL. It's just like, oh no, or just like some trash ass amp.
Yeah.
Be some stupid shit. So, I have another question for you.
Sure.
You were stenciling things with spray paint. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah. Okay. So, I started this thing called Wear Your Roots, and I guess it's like a hashtag and everything too.
Hashtag Wear Your Roots?
Hashtag Wear Your Roots.
Like
I'm just
WEAR?
Wear, like wearing it.
Okay.
Yeah, Wear Your Roots. And I know I'm probably just like, the reason you probably didn't see it more is because I'm just not a very good hashtagger. But it came from my song Hikama. And Hikama is talking about like a dichotomy, like like growing up in 2 cultures and having one foot in each world.
Speak on that.
Yeah, and so a lot of this record is I realized that part of the reason why I leaned in so much to like my Latinidad and my like the Latinx side of my identity was because I felt like it was something that's probably what I missed the most of growing up and living in LA is always being surrounded by the food, the Spanish, the even like things like restaurants, places, like businesses, everything, just and coming here and then I felt like at least like when I would play shows around that I felt kind of lonely and isolated about that, like not being able to
homesick in a way.
Yeah, like kind of homesick, but also just like
where are my people at?
Yeah, exactly. Where are my people at?
Yeah,
and also like what does that mean and what does that look like and can that like is that weird and like am I what do I do? Do I blend in or do I not? Anyway.
Code switching,
exactly. And so Hikama is talking about like the lyrics are saying like I've been wearing my roots and flying this flag. Dichotomous, the Guadalupe Angelino breed. So it's like I'm from Los Angeles, but all of my blood is Latina. Like I'm my dad's from Mexico and my grandparents are Mexican and Salvadoran. And it's really weird. Like, but I've also been in Virginia for almost 10 years now.
Right.
And so
they're both part of your life.
Yeah, exactly. They're both home. And
Yeah.
so I feel like with this album, a lot of it was almost like piecing together memories of my childhood, but also like trying to connect back with like my grandparents and their lineage and their background, and also redefining what it means to be Latina, and like how do I I don't know. How do I delve into my Latinidad? Like, what does that look like on me?
How do you take a hold of it?
Yeah.
How do you manifest that?
Right. Like, I know what it looks like on my mom. I know what it looks like on my grandparents. What does it look like when I wear it?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
when you wield it.
Yeah, and like wearing it is like an interesting thing too, because it's like it is me, but
it is you.
It's so weird, you know.
I understand that, deeply, because I go on tour all the time and tell people that I'm from Virginia, and they're just like, oh, that's where a bunch of racists are from, or whatever. Well, yeah, there's some racists out there too, but Black culture is a part of all of the South in general, and it has its own history that isn't just defined by the horrors. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's stuff you have to explain, like, church is one way with some cultures, and church is this way in this culture.
Right.
I'm not, deeply. I'm not like super deeply religious, but it is a part of me forever in a way that I cannot get rid of because it just is. Like my parents have passed down that tradition to me.
Yeah.
Even without me doing anything.
Sure.
It's already there.
Sure.
And then being a part of the music scene definitely opens up to interesting things like that. I did a lot of touring in the indie rock scene, and like you never see any Black people anywhere. You see or Latina people. It's just like, where is everybody?
It was like me.
Right, and then then I do the stuff, and they go like, "Oh, he must be that one Black guy from the thing," and that's so I'm branded that, even though it's just like, "Oh, I just went there because that's where they wanted me to be," and then go like, and then you end up in those situations, go like, "Do I fit in, or do I be myself?"
Yeah, that's the thing is like in LA, I didn't have to think about that.
Right,
I just show up to the club, and everybody would be there.
Yeah,
like everybody from everywhere would be there.
Yeah,
I'm like, and then I just, I mean, like, Richmond's awesome, but I feel like I definitely had some nights where I was like, I
think that's everywhere. I don't know if it ever goes away unless you absolutely isolate yourself in,
sure.
purposely.
But I guess, like, that's when it kind of hit me that it's like, if I want to connect to my roots, it's like, it's an active thing now. I have to actively choose to be a part of it, and to connect with my community, and to create the art, and to honor it in this way. And it's like, it's not anymore like how it used to be in LA, where I would just sit there and it was all around me all the time. Mm-hmm. Like I have to activate
generate
it.
some culture now.
Yeah.
Right? As opposed to just soaking it in from the elders, and like you will be an elder soon enough.
Oh my God.
You'll be elderly soon enough.
Oh no.
Yeah. Withering away. Brittle bones.
But I don't know. I'm super excited.
Hell yeah. I'm excited for you.
It's very special. This is like a really special record to me. Like I thought the entire time, I was honestly thinking of my siblings, in particular my sisters, and like, what do I want them to hear? Like, what do they need to hear? What do they like? Because I hear the kind of music that they put on the radio all the time, and like, and my sister Valeria, she's the 17-year-old. She is so brutal, and she's just like, I can't dance to this.
Period. I cannot. Period. That's it.
Like, not gonna listen to it. Can't dance to it. And I was like, damn.
Oh, wow, okay.
Like, I played her Karma the Knife, and she's like, yeah, I like this part. She heard all my demos first, and I like played her the first draft, and she was like, yeah, I need to dance to it more. And I was like, damn.
She's like your A&R. She's like she's like helping produce the record a little bit.
Right? Even the video, like, she saw the first draft of the video and was like, I don't get this. And I was like,
oh, is she the one that's in the video?
Which one?
In the Hickama video?
Yes.
Yes. Shout outs. What up? I know who you were talking about. What's up?
Yes. That's so funny.
You're famous now.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but yeah, I guess I just like, I was thinking about them, and like how the goal would be like, okay, they would be able to put my music on a playlist with the other things they listen to, and it's also something that uplifts them in the process or tells part of their story.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you feel some responsibility to give them